What's up, YouTubers? Your boy, Alyx, man. I'm up here to discuss the whole issue with fans hijacking the shows, the WWE shows. And I've noticed a lot of the fans being disgruntled or unhappy about this, about fans, chanting CM Punk during matches they want to see, or Daniel Bryan during matches they want to see, or just acting like a-holes, chanting for the announcers, doing what I like to call the randomania chants, which is just random stuff. Randy Savage, RVD, Chris Jericho, Y2J, they just pretty much chant for anything and everything they can think of when they don't like something. Well, I get your frustration, and I can see where you're coming from, but at the same time, I kind of have no sympathy for you. To other fans out there that don't like it. For years, fans have been doing nothing at WWE events but sitting on their hands. Just going to the events to please their children so they can go, ooh, it's John Cena, ooh, it's Santino Marella, it's Randy Orton, yay. Okay, but now we have a fan base, probably since the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era, the 2002 to about 2006 era, where we have fans actually getting involved in the show. We're in an age now where fans are passionate, they're vocal, and they have begun to, have their voices been heard. They're not going to sit on their hands. They're going to really take over the show if it's not what they want. So although some fans may not like it, do you want to go back to the fans sitting on their hands again and doing nothing with the shows? Is that what you want? That's not what I want. I'm happy to see the fans ecstatic, happy, excited to be at the shows. No offense, but some of you fans need to lighten up. It's not that bad. So what if the fans are chanting for CM Punk during a Divas match? Do you really care? Some of y'all were upset that they were chanting for CM Punk during the Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton match. I can somewhat see it, but they were still chanting for Daniel Bryan on top of that, but it was still a great match. I still enjoyed it. So if you're not happy with the fans hijacking the shows, you might want to get used to it. No, screw that. You better get used to it. Until the WWE changes for the better and stops deliberately not giving the fans what they want, these fans are going to voice their frustration. Period. End of story. Don't blame the fans. Blame the WWE for giving them an uninteresting product. Do you guys recall the divide I've been talking about for the last few videos? Yeah, this whole idea that the WWE is going in a different direction than what the fans want. Well, that gap is going to get bigger, and as that gap gets bigger, this is the result of it. Fans are going to hijack the shows because the WWE they're stuck in this bubble, this whole idea that they know what the fans want when they really, really don't, and they are like stubborn. Maybe stubborn is the best word for it. They are stubbornly giving us a product that's just not good. It's good to them and them only. I mean, holy crap, the WWE already has a small fan base. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Wrestling nowadays does not have a big fan base. And the small fan base we have, these guys are just not happy with it. It's not just the internet fans, it's casual viewers as well. The people who casually watch wrestling are also not all that pleased with the WWE and what they're doing with their product. And you know what? It's hurting the shows because the fans are coming to the shows and pretty much crapping on it because it's not what they want. And it's going to get worse, especially around WrestleMania 30 when this is supposed to be the time where WWE is on its A game. So I'm not all that upset or shocked that the audience is acting this way. As a matter of fact, I think it's good. For years, like I said, not just this year alone, but for years, the WWE has deliberately not given the fans what they want. And so many of them have taken the approach. We tried the approach of, you know what? We're going to be good fans. Maybe it's not for me, but I'll get what I can out of it. That's the approach we tried to take. We understood why people like John Cena and Randy Orton and Batista and Taker and HBK and Sheamus and Triple H and Edge and Chris Jericho. We understood why they were on top, and we just took what we could out of the shows. We took our breadcrumbs and just enjoyed them for what they were, because we loved wrestling that much. And then finally, around maybe 2010, maybe 2011, we started getting great talents. Like, we had CM Punk, but, Daniel Bryan, AJ Lee, a returning Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman in 2012. Yeah, the Real Americans, Cesaro mainly, Ryback, Wade Barrett, the Usos, Dolph Ziggler, Evan Bourne, Tyson Kidd, Justin Gabriel, The Shield, the Wyatt family, Christian and Kofi Kingston stepped up their game. We started getting so many great talents that were able to put on great matches and create good TV in their own way. Promos, matches, backstage segments, whatever, you name it. But for some reason, instead of taking advantage of this awesome roster they were getting, WWE decides to keep the same people on top and use these newer, hungrier talents to make these guys look better. That's why you would see a Tyson Kidd or a Justin Gabriel or a Dolph Ziggler or a Daniel Bryan jobbing to a Cena, a Triple H, a Batista, a Randy Orton. And I get it when they first come in, but a few years later we're still doing it. No new faces are getting over. It's the same people on top, and they're jobbing to them over and over and over again. Fans are getting crap segments from people like Great Khali, Fandango, Santino Marella, 3MB. All the while, fans began to resent these guys. They began to resent a Cena, an Orton, a Batista, a Triple H, a 3MB, a Great Khali, a Santino Marella. All these people are Sheamus, because they were always on top and they were always being put in spots that, let's be honest, other people can do them better. The great talents like a Damian Sandow, they were tired of seeing Sheamus win all the time. They were tired of seeing Cena always overcome the odds in the main event scene. Not saying he's a bad talent, but they want to see something different. Fans want something different. What is so hard about that? Yet the WWE continuously gave them the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And when the fans tried to tell them we want something different, they told them, no you don't. What you want is what we're giving you right now. You'll be okay. And now it's reached a boiling point. At the Royal Rumble, what happened? They hijacked the show. Cena and Orton got crapped on, and the Royal Rumble pretty much got shit on as well, because the fans wanted to see Daniel Bryan win the Royal Rumble. Whether Batista or Rey Mysterio, poor Rey Mysterio, but whether those guys deserve to get booed or not doesn't matter. The fans want to see these talents get over. Hell, they would have taken Roman Reigns. But the point is, the fans want something different. They want something fresh, something that can create good TV. What they did at the Royal Rumble, having Batista win, was not what the fans wanted. And guess what? They crapped over it. Cena versus Orton was not what the fans wanted. So guess what? They crapped over it. Hell, Cena versus The Rock, where The Rock lost to Cena and Cena got his arm raised, got crapped on by the fans because that is not what the fans want. The absolute mistreatment of Daniel Bryan in the fall 2013, where he won the championship, then won it again at, Night of Champions, and then lost it, got screwed out of it, and then got relegated to the mid-cards. That is not what the fans want. They wanted to see him win the championship. Instead, what did we get? Orton versus Big Show at Survivor Series. Who wanted to see that? Cena versus Orton to unify the titles at TLC. Who wanted to see that? So after all these years of taking breadcrumbs and dealing with WWE's lackluster product that's not drawing in any new fans, it's just us having to carry it, having to make excuses to why they're doing this and not doing this, they've had enough. The fans have had enough. WWE has all the talent in the world to make a great TV product. Screw the Attitude Era. They can create their own new era. We can get a new golden era out of the roster we have right now. But WWE is flushing all of that down the toilet. for a lackluster, complacent, unproductive, unengaging, uninteresting TV product where the same people are on our TV sets over and over and over and over and over again that are really not all that great, and the ones that are great are just sitting backstage other than 1 or 2 or 3 people, which are mainly Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, and, you know, the Usos, and you get the idea, right? But all this is happening because there are some stupid, stubborn corporate suits in the back running the WWE product that are stuck in their corporate bubble of making money and making money and making money however way they want to do it, despite how the fans feel, but will still give them a crappy product and then tell them that we know what you want. You don't know what you want. We know what you want. No, you don't. You don't know what we want. We know what we want. And if you would just listen, not hear us, it's one thing to hear Daniel Bryan chants, but if you listen to the Daniel Bryan chants, you will realize that that is who the fans want to see. I'm happy. I am happy the fans are finally taking a stand. This has gone on long enough. This is getting ridiculous now. I have never in my life seen a company deliberately go against their own fan base, as small as it is. They still choose to go against their own fan base this much. In an age where fans are happy, ecstatic to be at the shows, to watch the shows, and only want to see certain wrestlers, the WWE still continues to be stuck in their corporate bubble and give the fans what they don't want. Continuously telling the fans, we know what you want, and you don't. And so, in protest, the fans are hijacking the shows. Period. Because they're tired of it. They're tired of just sitting back and taking breadcrumbs. They came in ordering a full-course meal to get a great show, and instead of getting a steak, they got breadcrumbs. And enough is enough. They spend way too much money and way too much time watching wrestling to just get a crappy product. And I think that's just wrong on WWE's part for doing that. So as a result, if the WWE is not going to change on their own volition, then we need to change it for them. Period. And really quickly, let me say something. To all the fans worrying about, you know, oh, the fans are going to turn on the great talents like a Ziggler or a Bryan or a Rey Mysterio or Cesaro or AJ Lee or the Usos. Guys, relax. They're not doing that. If you watched this past Raw, you would notice that in segments that have the Usos, Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, or the ones that are great, they're not doing the Randomania chants. They're not chanting for CM Punk, although he's gone. You know what they're doing? They're chanting for them. They are supporting the ones that are great. When the Usos are inside the ring, they're chanting the Usos. You know, they're chanting for Daniel Bryan. They're chanting for Ziggler. We want Ziggler. They're chanting for the ones that are great. And they're crapping on the ones that aren't great. People like Ryback, who's a freaking joke now. Bad News Barrett, who has a terrible gimmick, and he is such a great talent. But what they're doing with him right now is just garbage. You know, Santino Marella, the Great Khali, Fandango, who has also fallen off, Cena, Orton, who they're just tired of, and all these other talents that they're just sick of seeing and who are making the show very lackluster and boring. How many fans had to cheer for Daniel Bryan or cheer for CM Punk or all these other wrestlers before the WWE decides, okay, you know what? These guys are the talents that the fans care about the most. So we need to take our show and focus it around these guys. Start featuring an Usos more, a Wyatt's more, a Shield more, a Daniel Bryan more, a CM Punk more, in spots that the fans want to see them in, and make the show all that much more enjoyable and engaging to them when they are paying their hard-earned money to watch us when they could be paying it to other things. They come to us because they want to see great TV from us. So, you know what? It's time to stop being nice. You know, the fans tried to be nice. They tried to be respectful. No more eating breadcrumbs. You guys deserve a great TV product. And do we feel entitled to have one? Yes, we do feel entitled to have a great TV product because we're watching you and we're spending money on you. So you should do your job and cater to who they're spending their money on. Enough with this facade that all fans care about is Cena and Orton. No, they don't. Not anymore. Stop fooling yourselves and realize that fans care about Daniel Bryan and CM Punk and all these other great wrestlers. They are tired of Cena, Orton, Triple H, Sheamus, and the same people that have been in the main event scene for a decade now. Change it up. Fire these stupid Hollywood writers that came up with this guest host, guest star stuff that's really bringing the show down, and give us a product with storylines, engaging characters, feuds, and all this stuff that you used to do, WWE. And until you get it, guess what? You will continuously have fans trying to hijack your shows, and they will hijack your shows. And this road to WrestleMania 30, it's going to be long, hard, and tedious. I mean, come on, WWE. It's WrestleMania season. It's WrestleMania 30 season. The WrestleMania of WrestleManias. Come on, step up your game, man. I'm sorry. The WWE did this to themselves. You may not like it, but this is how it is. They created this dilemma with the fans, and now they made their bed. Now they have to fix it or sleep in it. So I say, if the WWE is not giving you what you want, you have every right to take over the show. And I hope fans continue to do it until the WWE wakes up and finally gives us what we want. And that's all I got to say about that. Your boy, Alyx Man, signing off. See ya.